And I want to sincerely welcome us to this very session of the Scholar and Leader Support Program. And I want to sincerely thank our global guests that have been always been part of this very platform since we started in January. And this is the eighth edition or eighth session of this very program, and it has been wonderful as we have hosted a set of global scholars in January, about 10 of them, and we are very happy to also have another wonderful and inspiring leaders among us for this very February. And this February has also, I think, inspired us to take another step further, because as we were making progress, we were thinking how we can make it more impactful and also make it more focused on action rather than discussion and also a mere talking of the whole situation. And I want to sincerely thank Professor uh, Vishnu Padabosi for coming up with that very wonderful solution that we have been talking about on the platform. And also, I want to sincerely appreciate and also thank uh, uh, Sir Kapi for the injecting the action into what we have been discussing, and others that have shown interest in this very platform that we should be driving solution rather than discussion. And that is what we are going to focus more in March. And today, we want to concretize all what we have been discussing in February, because today's session is the last session in February, and we sincerely appreciate everybody. And today, another person is joining us on the global guest platform, and that is a person of Mr. Sheu Adeyeye. Yes, he is one of the drivers of product and services marketing and also solution in Nigeria, and he has shown passionate interest in the idea that we have been sharing, and he is here to talk about his own experience about the career, and also look at what we can also bring on board in case you want to localize and also collaborate with these foreign solutions. And that is all we are having here today. Your 3 minutes opening remark.
So very good afternoon. Good morning, Dr. Shahid Adibeshi, all respected guests, all respected speaker, my dear scholar, ladies and gentlemen. I express my sincere thanks and gratitude to all of you, and also it is my pleasure to get an opportunity as a speaker in this SLSP summit to share my views. So I grateful to all of you. Thank you so much. Now I would like to say a few words on scaled up and implement research solution and building a global networking. So regarding research solution can be scaled up and implement in communities based on collaborative experiences. First of all, research solution always providing a suitable solutions to eliminate an existing problem facing by the society. So identify the problem is an important element of a research roadmap. Outcome of a research is a solution that society needs, but to make it scalable is also another aspect. It also needs innovative design and its entrepreneurial model. It also involves citizen awareness, policy formation, and collaborations. To scale up and implement research solution, we must emphasize on community engagement, community capacity building, dedicated efforts, sharing innovative ideas, policy formation, social awareness, collaboration among relevant networks, and so on. Another important thing is global networking. Global networking is very crucial to developing success. Networking among professionals, mentors, and scholars is significant because it builds worldwide connections. Global network unlock a road of new possibilities and collaborations for professionals, scholars, and individuals across the globe. Global network is also has immense social and economic value because it enables international exchange and value addition in many directions. Some of the best way to build connection at global level are attending summits, joining discussion panel, using social media such as LinkedIn, Facebook, and Instagram, and visiting renowned event. For the scholar, I could say wishing you all the best in your future endeavors. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. So,
Yes, good day to everybody. It's nice to be back on this current edition of the program that you started on your platform. And I'm happy that we are taking this initiative forward to bringing about solutions for an environmental perspective. And I can see that there are some new people who've joined in this time. So welcome to them. And later I look forward to giving my presentation on the drones, which I have forwarded to you, Dr. Adibisi. Thank you.
thank you so much, sir.
You're on mute, Dr. Adibisi. You're on mute.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir. And let me take a opening remark from Mr. Shehu Adeyeye as well. Yeah, Mr. Shehu.
Hello, good morning, everybody. Good morning, Dr. Adebisi.
Good morning.
Sir Kapi, good morning. I want to sincerely thank Sir Kapi and Professor that have been sharing their solution to the humanity and to this Mother Heart. I was delighted to be part of last meeting, and I spoke with Doctor to see how we can collaborate and bring about the solutions the global people are providing into our Nigeria society and Nigerian market. Thank you. We look forward to an insightful presentation from Doctor and Professor. Thank you, Goodman, Doctor.
Thank you so much. And that is the reason why we say that it is all-inclusive platform that we have. Yes, we can see now.
Okay. I basically am making this presentation to it's a kind of a vision statement and a perspective as to what drones can actually do for mankind, and what is the importance of drones as a disruptive power. So, in defense of Mother Nature, man has to be protected against himself, since man is his own greatest enemy. Essentially, we are actually, with our lifestyles, our activities, the way we are going about, we are destroying nature, and by that, we are our own enemy, because nature is what is sustaining us. So it's a question of time that more pandemics will take place, more disasters will take place, and Mother Nature is far more powerful than us and any civilization. So with that in mind, the reason why drones is a natural corollary to any kind of transportation is that innately man always has a desire to go faster, higher, further. And man is innately exploratory, man is adventurous, and therefore, from horses to horsepower, we will transit to what I call a culmination of all three, which is horses, horsepower, and thrust power, which is flight, into Pegasus. And by this, by incoming of drones on this planet, you will have safer transportation and non-polluting transportation and disruptive kind of transportation in the same way like what cell phones has done to the telecommunication industry. So I will just try and, okay, I'm not able to open the YouTube. So essentially, cell phone industry, we know as to what it has done in terms of the huge impact in communication, information, entertainment, recording, whatever. It's on your palm now, and we all know that landlines are extremely expensive, very, very cumbersome, and involving a huge amount of infrastructure to do something very basic. So in the same way, why I say this is, and the disruptive power is that transportation, communication is extremely important. But the way we are doing it is in a polluting way. Now, the importance of transportation to an economy and to the world is the same as what veins and arteries and capillaries are in taking blood flow and red blood corpuscles in the body and carrying energy, carrying nutrition, carrying oxygen. And when they exit from the body, it exits by taking away all the toxins and waste from our body. But wheeled vehicles, which are driven by crude oil, do not do that. They do take definitely people, goods, services, etc., into the economy, but it pollutes at the same time. So the very first act and thought of making a road is pollution. It's costing pollution. Whereas drones will disrupt that and stop the pollution, and it will make logistics far more efficient and cost effective. And also, the drones are being made and will be made by materials that are not polluting and not from, let's say, commodities, which is actually taking out from the earth itself. Right. At the moment, the drone industry is in what I would call like a bazaar buzz. And it is, if you see a drone and people are looking at drones, they're looking at it from an attitude of a child looking at a toy, something flying in the sky that fascinates you and makes you very querulous as to what it is, what it really does. And what we know right now is that drones are taking photographs or they are doing surveillance, but it is very curious. It's very querulous. It's just a fascination. And the way we are going about it at this point of time is throwing caution to the wind. Because actually, drones, when it evolves into an industry, will be like aviation. So safety is very, very important when it comes to drones. That safety factor is not really being looked at very seriously in terms of the smaller drones that are going about today. That has to be kept in mind. Now, when you have capital, where do you put your capital? In a bank account right now? So when you put money in a bank account, now this is, I'm giving you why investing in drones is good business. After all, ultimately, it's about economics. It's about, to an extent, profitability as one of the key elements of any business. So why should I put money into drones business? If you put money in the bank account, anyone puts money into a bank, we don't know who the banker lends that money to, which company, which person, what are they doing with that money? All right. It's like if I invest in a company, I get a balance sheet, I get the whole sales figures, I get everything. But with the bank, I get nothing. I have no idea what they're doing with my money. Right. So profit can never really be guaranteed, but the end use of the money, if invested wisely, gives you the best chance of profit. Drones as a business is ahead of the curve. The product, the technology is ahead of the curve. That is what is essential when you're looking at investing and putting your capital into any business. Profit is a given byproduct of a commitment. One second. Of a committed goal with the essence of universal truth. Given a sound strategy based on facts and vision, which has a pragmatic approach, led experience, knowledgeable and respected, well-networked professionals, which is basically, if you've got the right people on board, you've got the government on board, and you've got society which is backing it, then something like drones is definitely a viable business. This slide gives, I had made this investment slide on making a drone ecosystem in India, but to take this to any African country, it will need to be tailor-made for that. The idea basically is that drones is not just manufacturing drones. Drones is also about basically making an ecosystem, which is it's creating new employment, it's reskilling people in transportation. And you must understand another thing: when it comes to heavy logistics load of 1 tonners, 1.5 tonners, which is going to happen in the coming years, which we are developing as E3, you will be eliminating not only pollution, you will be lowering the cost of logistics, you'll be speeding up the logistics process. Plus, the driver who normally is at risk when he's driving a truck anywhere of an accident, and he gets tired, and it is a very tiresome business to be driving a truck as much as they do right now. When he is piloting a drone, he can do it from his residence, he can do it from the transportation office, and he can do a multitasking job by not only piloting drones, any other work also which can be done out there. So it is also safety of the human being as a driver. It lowers the risk of any kind of issues. So that is one. So you need to educate and reskill people to fly drones. So it involves building up drone training academies, and by making people aware about what exactly is the drone business about. I hope I can get this video working. Unfortunately, there's a video clip out here. Uh, maybe I can share that later after someone else. It's not coming on out here right now. But finally, what I need to say is, Mother Nature, you must invest in nurturing her, and she will make it worth your while. And my formula of E3 is equal to 3 C's. It's enabled by 3 C's, and it results in 1 W. which basically means E3 is, if you can see my logo on top, that is, you need to look after 3 E's, which is energy, ecology, and environment. You got to look after that. How do you do it? By conserving or taking care, as I've also said earlier is crude oil, conserving crude oil, or controlling the use of crude oil. 2, by eliminating or lowering wasteful consumption. Our consumeristic society today is extremely wasteful. An example is I still wear my wedding suits. I still wear my clothes, which are 10, 15, 20 years old. I darn my clothes. I wear my shoes, which are 15, 20 years old. I look after them. And I can even prove it by showing the photographs of my suits and my clothing way back in 1985 and what it is today. Now, we all know that cotton fiber, growth of cotton, is the biggest cause of your droughts in the planet. So we need to conserve. And last in the 3 C's is circumstantial corruption. Corruption is prevalent in the planet. It is but natural because of circumstances. I won't expand too much in it. I'll just say that people are into crisis not because they want to, but because they have a survival. And that's a route that they've had to take for some reason. But if you give them an opportunity to come back into the mainstream and live a more viable life, they will do it. So you must have a humanitarian aspect and view about, which is very important, that when you are meeting anybody in this world, irrespective of who that person is, there is no good or bad. Circumstances make a person good or bad. It's a perspective that makes a person good or bad. If you're living in one country and your enemy is in another country, then you're an enemy to that country. But if you're living in the other country, then you're a friend. All right? So you can be, to one country, you can be a terrorist, and to another country, you can be a friend and an enabler. You can be whatever. So it's a perspective. You go to the forest, right? You have all kinds of wild animals. You have snakes, you have scorpions. Now, are snakes and scorpions good or bad? As per man's own jaundiced view, we think that scorpions and snakes are bad. No, they're good. They're living in their own ecosystem. We are the bad ones who are getting into the ecosystem and thinking they are bad. No, you have to adapt yourself and you have to respect that life form in the environment that that life form is. Same way, you have to respect all members of society, good or bad. They may or may not be bad as people, may be bad as a certain occupation. It's very important because when you are tolerating and you got empathy, human empathy for everything around you in the environment, you'll automatically enable people to become better and more useful citizens and less disruptive of nature. All this will result in elimination of 1W. 1W is what? Waste of all kinds. Waste is the biggest criminal thing that we are doing in this planet today. Waste of water, waste of time, waste of clothing, waste of food, consumerism waste, plastic waste, crude oil waste. So drones is something that will be an enabler of, and let's say, the elimination of waste. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you so much, sir. We really enjoy your presentation, and yes, you are very audible.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Today, I would like to share for the interest of some of us that may be interested in going to entrepreneurship as a career. For some of us, we at the time had options of choosing between business and career, being self-employed and career. So we feel by going to self-employment, we'll be able to add more other people on the idea we believe are good for the society and the future of our border art. My presentation today will be on embarking on a successful business journey, a guide for entrepreneurs. Introduction. A business is a repeatable process that makes money. Everything else is a hobby. Like I used to address Dr. Said that he has great passion for society to grow. Some of those suggestions might be his hobby, because the learning scholars and learning platform as of today is not a profitable organization that we are making money from. So some of us derive passion in helping the society. So, but if you are coming to business, your sole aim of coming to business is to look for what problem you can solve for the society. Like if you are into buying and selling, if you have made a purchase, you've helped the seller. And if you have made a sales, you've helped the buyer to solve some of their needs and their wants. So by venturing into entrepreneurship in one way or the other, you are adding value to the society. If you have a research work that has been made available, commercializing such work is an encouragement to the designer. And that's why we are seeing this collaborative effort as what will benefit the society in general. So I have about 12 slides, which I would like to share with you, and they're very short. So these are the table of content. To understand the entrepreneurial landscape, the first thing you must do is to create something of a value and to deliver that value to the society. So these all 5 processes, they are just one word, splitted into 5. So create and deliver something of a value that other people want or need at the price they are willing to pay, in a way that satisfies the customer's needs and expectations, so that the business brings in enough profit to make it worthwhile for the owners to continue operation. So the sole purpose of creating value is to improve on an existing solution we have in the society. Like the Dr. Kapi said, we had a lot of solutions that are currently being used, but we look at the weaknesses of those solutions and think of how we can improve on those solutions. There may be an existing innovation that you wish to improve on. So you have to create an additional value to that existing solution. So, and you must make it cheaper, like flying an aeroplane and flying a drone. You could see that flying a drone operationally will be so cheaper than flying an aeroplane. So at a price they are willing to pay, if you improve on your pricing, you make it a bit with higher value and less cost, in a way that satisfies the customer's need. Meaning that the solution you have brought into society, are people satisfied with it? Is it acceptable? Is it repeatable? And you must also be able to make the value you create to bring in a profit that can make it to remain on the business. So that's the central idea on the entrepreneurial landscape. Identifying your business idea. How to generate and evaluate business idea, understanding market demand and customer needs, leveraging your strengths and expertise to identify a vital business opportunity. Like you need to really leverage on what you know, do further studies on what you know. When you are searching for a business, you can search for series of ideas, series of options, and you test those options and see which one serves the society the best in the easiest way, in the most convenient way to get it done. So those are the things you take into consideration when you are searching for idea that can help the society. You need to also have a business planning and strategy. You need to get, like you see, Dr. Kapil gave us a well-detailed presentation on its design now. That's a well-crafted business plan. When you are supposed to be expecting return, what investment do you need to bring in? When the business will get to maturity stage, when will it grow? When can it decline? Like the old landline telephone has gotten to its decline stage. So whoever that develops that idea, it has become obsolete. So in our own country, Nigeria, cell phone is what everybody uses now, and people are also improving on that. So you must have a well-crafted planning and strategy. So how long can your product stay valuable? How long can that product be relevant? So you need to also set clear goals and objectives for your business, believing that business will not start thriving in a day. You won't start reaping profit in a day. You must have clear goals and objectives. Where do you project to be now, sooner and later? So that's what business planning and strategy is all about. Building your brand and market presence. You must create a strong brand identity that resonates with target audience. You implement effective marketing strategy to reach engaging customer. You leverage on digital marketing tools and social media platform for brand visibility. Like some of us are not aware that drones can be incorporated into firefighting, logistics, and the rest. But when we were sharing idea on this social media platform, we were able to meet global leaders, successful global leaders like our Prof and Sakapi. So that is the kind of, you bring your idea, sell what you have at hand, bring it to people's visibility, you package your brand in a way that people will give it acceptance. Financial management and funding. You must understand the financial aspect of your business, including budgeting and cash flow management. You need to understand what you are putting into business, when you need what, and what value you need. So if you don't understand that, you can embark on an elephant project that the scope of your financial expectation, even from either loan, investment, if you are not credit worthy and you are embarking, like I want to develop an aeroplane now, I want to go into buying and selling of an aeroplane. So my entire family house may not be able to finance that. Our financial institution might not be rich enough for that. So you need to understand what you need for budget and your cash flow. So you might have a good prospect when you have business you want to do, say you need huge investment, but that business can start turning in revenue soon. So you can leverage on the cash flow, the expected cash flow. Then you make advance, you look for sources of fund, maybe personal financing, you go to loan houses, or you share your idea with investors that can buy into your idea and make some investment. In my business journey, I've had some business inflow that I could not finance. So instead of going into financial houses where loans will be paid, I reached out to some like minds, and they were able to finance the business, and we shared the profit in a satisfying ratio. So I made some profits instead of losing the business, or the bottleneck or ASUs that are required to secure funds from financial institutions. So you can leverage on your network of like minds. They invest, you join, you collaborate, and you invest. Then you'll be able to carry out the business. So there are a lot of ways you can manage your finances and funding. And you must also be prudent. in your finances. Operational efficiency and scalability. Whatever you are doing, you must be willing to improve on it. Take, for instance, Coca-Cola as a product has been on for whatever I know. I don't know when they started operation, and no technology, no innovation has been able to hamper down their business. Nobody has been able to take over their business. What they do is operational efficiency and scalability. They have maintained their standard and they retained quality products. People that try to emulate them could not outsmart them in the market. So they are still relevant to this. Whatever you are doing, you must be efficient in delivering it. You plan for scalability and growth to meet increasing demand and expand your business footprint. Like, as you are growing, you need to be able to satisfy the market. If you are delivering a good service, you must expand that business to make it available for people. In case Sakapi now, he is expanding the business, his discovery and solution to Africa. When he mentioned Zimbabwe, I asked Doctor, if he's going to Zimbabwe, Nigeria is also a good destination we can leverage on. So that's why we are trying to see how the area where we can collaborate and bring his innovation into the Nigerian market. So that's means of expanding his footprint. Business, building a strong team and company culture. Every startup will start from one person's idea. When you start, like there's a difference between a startup and a company. When I first started Sharp Solution, I was all alone with my idea. I was the founder, the manager, the financial director, the driver, the secretary, the everything when I first started. So when there's no much money to count as a startup, you are the financial manager of your resources. So when your finances get bigger, then you need the help of an accountant to help you out in some of finances work. Where you need to visit are more, you can now engage a driver. When the demand for your quality service goes beyond your location, then you need to expand your branch. So when I started all alone in Abuja before people recognized what we were doing and more professionals were coming on board. So when you are growing, you grow gradually, but make sure you are building a strong team and a company culture. So before you cannot have everybody on board when you are starting, but as you go, make sure the team you are building are strong and you invest in your self-training, then you invest in their own training too and their well-being. That's the essence of entrepreneurship. You cannot have it alone. You cannot eat it alone. You need to collaborate with people. You need to join hands with other professionals to drive your goal. You need to also learn to overcome challenges and embracing failure. We have had a lot of ups and downs in business, gains and pain. That you will not have challenges is a fallacy. You will definitely have issues. You will have failure, but you need to learn from those failures, and you seek support, you seek knowledge. Then you'll be able to succumb, or you need to get over the problems you face in such challenges. A lot of challenges will come your way because you can never get ready enough 100%. You definitely have where you learn from. In conclusion, success in business is not just about destination, but also a journey. We should stay focused, we should stay motivated and never stop learning. We are all here together today to learn one thing or the other from each other. It's a process that we must continue to embrace. We'll take question and answer, should there be, when moderator allow. I will leave you with this short message. You should make something people want. There's nothing more valuable than an unmet need that is just being fixable. If you find something broken that you can fix for a lot of people, you find a gold mine. Thank you for joining us today, and I wish you all the best in your entrepreneurial journey.
Wow, wow, wow. Thank you so much. And that is why when we were actually developing this very program, we wanted to focus on scholars, and we remember that, of course, scholars are not the only person that made the society. We have the leaders in different interests and different fields, and this is one of them, Mr. Shiwadeye, doing well in entrepreneurship and business in Nigeria. And to have a business in Abuja, where it is the federal capital territory, it is not a joke. It is not something that is a child play. So we really enjoy your experience because you presented from experience, actually. So let's go straight to the presentation of Professor Bishnu. Professor Bishnu, come back. How best, or what are the ways around to actually bring this technology to Africa? What are you looking at, or what are the ideas that you can share with prospective collaborators like Mr. Shield? Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Thank you, Doctor. Before I answer that, there is a model. There is a business model which I have. It's called basically the drone dome model. The drone dome model essentially means that just like you have aerodromes and where planes are housed and take off and land, you combine a concept of a fire station and an airport, and you bring in these drones, which at the moment we know that we have the drones that carry about 150 kgs, 200 kgs of payload. So you have in a dome about 100 drones just on a standby mode. All right. The cost of these drones, etc., they're still in the formulation stage. The whole model is based on that when you have a disaster, whether it's flood related, fire related, it's not possible for any vehicles to go. These drones will fly out with the cargo, with the supplies, the emergency materials, etc., and drop them into the affected areas and do these sorties. At the same time, like last time I told you, I already have firefighting drones which are already ready. And these are modules. Now, they have been approved by the government of India for adoption in the fire stations in India. The approval has just come in, and each module has 6 drones, and these can actually put out a fire in a multi-story of about 10, 12 stories or 15 stories high. So you don't risk any lives, and you put out the fire by the drones. It lifts the pipe up, which contains the water or any other foam. It'll put out the fire, and then the firefighters can go in and do up the cleaning up operations, etc. At the same time, in the drone domes, when there are no disasters, the government can use it for remote area supplies. All right. I know initially it's going to be expensive. It's going to take a lot of money. It's going to be in a loss basis. But the same thing happened in the cell phone industry. We know how expensive the instruments were. We know how expensive it was to talk on cell phones. But today, about 15 years on, you know as to how cheap it is, right? Now, at that time, you did not have artificial intelligence and you did not have quantum computing. Now, with quantum computing and artificial intelligence, that 1 decade of progress in technology or shrinkage of costs of production can be collapsed down to maybe 1 or 2 years. The perfect example is the making of the vaccines in the pandemic. All right, the same thing will happen here. So the initiative has to come by the government and by funding agencies. Now we can say what is expense. Now I appreciated what Mr. Sehu said out here in your presentation about profits and the difference being between hobby and a business. Thing which is very essential in today's business environment is very, very critical. What is the cost to the environment? What is the cost in the disasters that we are putting in? You must know that the pandemic which happened, it put the entire global economic processes and profits back by 5 years, minimum 5 years. That's the cost. Now we think that this is only one-off pandemic. We are wrong. This is just the first pandemic in the current era. We still haven't learned it. A cost of plastic bottle is today hardly in India about the 1 liter bottle is 20 rupees. But if you take the environmental impact of the plastic bottle itself, it may be 200 rupees. So we are harming the planet, harming the environment. So any business that we are doing, we have to build into the cost of the model of the business of how are we attending to our environmental initiatives in the business. If we think that we can make only profits and ignore that, it's not possible. We are fooling ourselves. That's something that we have to be aware of. So in the model which I'm saying, the drone dome will be located close to where disasters happen. We all know generally where earthquakes happen. We all know where and when flash floods can happen or any such things. We all know which are the remote areas, especially in Africa, where making a road is not at all necessary now with the drones that are coming. You're saving a lot of not just money, you're saving the environment itself. So I have this much to say right now on the drone dome. Now that one slide which I could...
Yes. Thank you so much. So this is one solution that recycling waste thermoplastic for energy efficient construction material bricks. It is through the circular economy concept. Its process has developed but yet to commercialize. Plastic and plastic waste. There is a major concern worldwide. Global plastic production annually 400 million tons in a year at 2018. Due to the lack of proper management, in most of the cases, the plastic waste is dumped in a biosphere. 92% directly dumped in the ocean, 79% for landfill purposes, 12% for incinerated, and only 9% recycled. This is the very remarkable things. More than 50% of the plastic produced globally is for single-user applications and becomes waste plastic following their initial applications. The world produces around 350 million metric ton of plastic waste each year, and this number is projected to increase to 1 billion metric tons by 2060 if current policies remain the same. If we will not put any effort to mitigate the scenario, then we will be in a problem in future due to the plastic waste. Sir, my sound is clear?
Yeah, it's very clear.
Yes.
Yes, thank you. Plastic and plastic waste continue. Plastic being a lightweight, strong, moldable and convenient to manufacture, find, use in myriad product. Consequently, plastic consumption has grown steadily over the last 50 years. The global production of plastic has registered an increasing trend in the recent year, growing at a total 4,396% from 1962 to 2013. 4,396% increases since 1960. So this is the research data that how plastic production is going on in the world, increasing the demand. The waste plastic are the cause for great nuisance. Recycling waste plastic is one of the best solution to get rid from the problems of plastic waste. Problem with the plastic waste: negative effect of the plastic waste on the environment, damaging marine environment, damaging terrestrial environment. So this is the one real data from the research paper that this is found from the whole in the realistic data. So how he has died due to the plastics. Solution to mitigate the issues of plastic waste. This is my cases. I have developed a process technology to use waste thermoplastic for processing bricks that are lightweight, porous, and are of high thermal resistance. Plastic embedded in bricks are not ordinarily likely to release harmful chemicals because of two reasons. First, favorable condition for such release may not be achieved in the context of building. Second, the plastic remain embedded inside the wall that may be further covered with plaster, keeping the chemical safe inside within the wall. So it is relevant to use plastic waste in the building materials. So from this project, this is the key benefits we can achieve: reduce pollution, marine terrestrial, reduce greenhouse gas emission, recycling opportunities also there here, circular economy model, economic value, reduce cost of maintenance of plastic waste volume, entrepreneurial opportunity, scalable business model, mitigate global warming and climate change, global sustainable development. So that process I have followed in the laboratory. First collect the plastic, then different phases is there, and filler material we use fly ash. That is also a waste material. So fly ash and plastic waste and 15% cement. That is actually maybe cause some part of energy consumption, but the rest of all things is a very carbon positive. There is no emissions, no fossil fuels is consumed, nothing is there. It is very environment friendly. So this is the total flow chart, how the process has developed. This is the total in the bottom line, total are testing things: compressive strength, water absorption test, thermal conductivity, morphology analysis. This is the waste plastic grain is managed by the machines. And this is the brick sample we have produced in the laboratory. It is the prototype. This color is actually waste plastic. This is some waste plastic that is blue color was there, and that is gray color. This is the mechanical property of the bricks which we have produced in the laboratory on different proportion, different composition. We have trial basis. We have performed different batches of experiment.
Prof?
This is the strength analysis and mechanical property analysis.
Prof,
Yes,
sir?
yes.
So we are going to rejoin
Yes.
back. Yeah, we are going to rejoin
Yes, yes.
back. We are going to rejoin back.
Yes, yes, yes.
As the
That during the phase of experiment, I have experimented different batch of prototype or models. Accordingly, we'll develop this technology. This is one of the experiment data, how the material has baked 150 degrees Celsius, 100 degrees Celsius, 110 degrees Celsius, 90 degrees Celsius, and we have observed the mechanical property and engineering property. This is actually morphological analysis done by scanning electron microscope. It is actually here showing 1,50,000 magnification. Actually, it is a very small particles. This is the scenario, how the process has developed inside. When The sample is baked by 150 degrees Celsius. This is the scenario. Very small portion it is. This is the strength we have achieved. Increase the percentage of plastic, strength is reduced. So we have examined which proportion is suitable. That we have decided through this experiment. This is apparent porosity and thermal conductivity. We examined for the different batch of samples. Percentage of plastic waste versus thermal conductivity, that is also a thing we have examined. This is actually thermogravimetric analysis, how the material is sustained with the temperature. This is the temperature line. 100, 200, 400, 500, 600, 700. And this is the line weight reducing during the there is the increase of temperature. So this is the one orientation, how these materials act with the temperature. Accordingly, we can decide where this material can be suitable to use. Key benefits from this project: reduce pollutions. I mean plastic pollutions, because plastic pollution is a huge issue, significant issues throughout the globe. Reduce greenhouse gas emission, recycling opportunities is there. Circular economy model, we can apply the circular economy model. Continuous recycle the materials. Economic value of course is there. Reduce cost of maintenance of the plastic waste dump. Entrepreneurial opportunities, scalable business model, mitigating global warming and climate change, and improve global sustainable development. So finally, this is the conclusion. The OS plastic impregnated bricks are a high thermal resistance, a features that may add economic value to brick manufacturers, motivating them to establish a necessary logistic for the collection and use of all types of waste thermoplastics. Additionally, this project also presents a model to predict the compressive strength of a brick at varying plastic contents. The study introduced a new stand for research on the sustainable recycling of waste thermoplastic through circular economy concept, leading to replenish the depletion of natural resources and improve sustainable development at the global scale. Thank you so much. This is my presentation. I developed a construction material by using plastic waste.
Wow. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Professor Vishnu. And I think this is another dimension to the ways to work and job opportunities from research that you have also done and tested. Yes, my question, like I have been trying to probe, like I asked Sir Kapil as well, if this very innovation is to be transferred or is to be replicated in other countries like in Africa, what are the processes, what are the best practices that you can suggest that such kind of a stakeholder can put forward or can act upon? Innovation can collaborate with you to localize this very solution. For example, every day, in fact, when I was walking through distance yesterday, I saw some of these very clusters of places where the huge of plastic have been collected. And I think the majority of people are actually working as collectors. They will collect it from around the communities and drop it at those designated sites. And I could imagine every time I will always see heap of plastics, even on my own university campus. There is a particular hall that the students are actually using regularly. Every day, they must pack loads of heaps of this very plastic out. And I wonder, where are they taking them to? And I believe if this kind of innovation is available within the stakeholder that want to invest in it, how would they go about it?
Mainly in the modern research aspect, I could say that plastic waste mainly using in the construction industry such as road construction, building material processing, etc. is a very prospective area to recycling or utilize the plastic waste, because this plastic is actually harmful material. We cannot recycle at anywhere. It may be create different issues, another pollutions. So before use it as secondary material, we have to examine the things, properties of the particular waste plastic, because different plastic chemical proposition is there. So particular group of plastic, what is the chemical composition, what is the harmful material is there, according to we can choose the application of the waste. So in my cases, I have choose thermoplastic, that is harmful. But when it is embedded in the building material, there is a no scope to spread this harmful effect surrounding the environment. So likewise, if you say you says that how you use this waste plastic in your area, that is actually scalable business model. Scalable business model, different application is available, scope is there, but research group has to determine what type application suitable over there. Accordingly, certain examination and experimentation is there. Accordingly, you have to improve the machineries process also. Then develop the prototype or model or trial experiment. Then it could be possible to commercialize in the market. And another aspect is plastic used can be used as a secondary material, but that is uh, one issue is there. All plastic compositions are not suitable to use as a secondary material, because poisonous toxic element also there. So this is the one aspect I could say. But experiment also there. We must go through the experiment. What type of compositions they are particular in the plastic waste or mixed plastic waste. Accordingly, we will decide what type of application is possible to recycle this waste material. Then we can develop, or we can make a innovative solutions how this product can be a suitable value proposition. We can use as a secondary material, or through product we can apply in relevant places. But nowadays it is mainly using construction sectors. Oh, sorry, 1 minute. In the construction sectors and building processing for building material, this is the scope is there.
All right, all right. So
But reduced plastic production is the reduced plastic production would be the major concern. If you can able to reduce the plastic production or plastic, that is beneficial for the society.
oh, all right, all right. I think it goes beyond just a straightforward solution that anybody can embark upon. It requires experimentation and trials, and also different testing to actually certify the best standard of what is suitable in each environment. That is very, very informative. Yes, Mr. Jamil, you are raising up your hand. You are raising up your hand.
Yes. Yes. Thank you so much, sir. Sir, Prof, sir, I want to ask Professor Bisno. I want to
Yes,
ask, looking at the impact of these plastics. Now, do we have alternative solutions around it? I mean, alternative products. Also, aside the plastic, we also look at nylon, the one used for all these sachet water, mostly consumed in Nigeria, for instance. I mean, from your own point of view, sir, in your environment, do you have better way of packaging all these kind of products that will be, environmental friendly? Thank you so much, sir.
yes. Packaging technology is developing in underway. but few packaging material which are now on the use on the present time, it is not in all cases it is a suitable materials. It is difficult to recycling or difficult to use as a secondary material, but research is underway how these things we can avoid. How we can develop a compositions or packaging material which we can use as a secondary material or we can recycle without any issues. That is under process now. Many researchers has developed these type of things and it is in the implementation stage. But many packaging material which are using nowadays, it is not so user environment friendly, it is harmful for the environment, but there is a few scope to use recycling this material, but research is not in the mature stage. It is underway.
Yeah. I can resonate with what Prof is trying to say. Yes, let's ask the marketer in the community, Mr. Shew. Do you think these very plastic waste, nylon waste, and also the issue of a fast transition to drone technology, do you see it as something that we can get right in a sooner time? What do you think about it?
Thank you, Doctor. My view on the plastic, I think the campaign is on already, is already banning the use of as a state. I don't know what Ministry of Environment, they wanted to venture into plastic production. I was developing a business model around that before I saw the campaign against the use of single-use plastic bottles. So what I've understood now is we will, it's a gradual process. It's not going to happen soon, because if other states in Nigeria are able to gradually find means of extincting the use of this material, it will go a long way to eradicate the common use of plastic. Paper pack are being adopted in some part of Lagos now as a means of packaging food. Like you have paper packs, they use it to pack chicken, chips, and the rest. So the plastic plate is still highly in use. But I believe with time, with more awareness, well, gradually people will begin to understand. If you get to the lagoon around Marina, behind my office in Lagos, you will see every day, you see flood bringing this plastic waste to the shores of the river. So and they are beginning to block the drainage system, thereby causing floods and disasters in the society. So that's what prompted Lagos State government to lay ban on the use of single-use fossil material. So I believe very soon in the future, when people start adopting this paper bag, maybe it will be a better alternative to push away the use of this plastic as a means of packaging. I mean, for food, for food we consume. But as for water, I don't know. I don't know if there's any plan sooner in the future that can get rid of the bottled water. I've also bought one this morning, and I don't know how many I will take before the end of today. So it's what is really harmful to our society, and I believe very soon we'll find a way around it. Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Frank, how is the situation in Uganda? The plastic and also the nylon polythene bags, what is the situation in Uganda? What can you say about the plastic solutions and plastic pollution and plastic solution? Mr. Frank, you can come up. Let's hear your view from Uganda, because I know it is a worldwide issue. And from what Professor Bishnu said now, it is not a straightforward answer, like the innovation that can solve it all. It has to go through different stages, experimentation, testing, and trying different combinations of how smarter we can take it out of the planet or out of the biosphere. I think that is what Professor Bishnu is trying to say. Though they have been able to arrive at certain conclusion on his own research in India, but how is it transferable to other environments? We have to know which kind of plastic are we using. We have to know the best way that we can sort them according to different category, and also know which is the best process to actually convert them into some useful secondary materials that he has pointed out. I think it's going to take some time to actually get it right in the other environment. Yes, Mr. Frank, before Professor Bisno also talk about it, how is the situation in Uganda?
Yes, thank you so much. All right, like how plastics, the reuse of plastics in Uganda is like, for us in Uganda, we get the centers where we collect those old plastics from. From there, they are taken back.
It's a network.
There is a company that takes them and recycle them. Those them are used to make, let me say, those reusable plastics to make it as a pack for, let's say, packing your matoke, packing rice. Those are the things that they are going to use them for. That's it in Uganda. It's how we are going. Thank you so much.
So Uganda has a collector centers and also how they are recycling needs to another useful product. I think that is what I'm saying.
Yes, yes.
Oh, wonderful. So, Prof, yes.
Actually, the plastic waste is a purely damaging biodiversity, ecology, ecosystem, environment, both, all. But that's what scientists are striving to develop: biomaterial, green material, biomimicry, like this, which is quickly biodegradable and quickly we can use as a secondary material, and also there is an option to recycling the material. But at the present scenario, plastic is a non-biodegradable material. It's remain there 100 years, 200 years in the earth. So it is creating different problem. That's what scientists now shifting towards biomaterial, green material, biomimicry, like this. Green material, especially are biomaterials. So packaging and plastic, both they are striving to develop material which is easily biodegradable, easily recyclable, and we can use as a secondary material. So that is the research is underway, but many countries have taken a initiative to develop these projects.
Yeah.
And another way, for the present, as per the present scenario, if we try to overcome the scenario, we try to get rid from the plastic waste nuisance, then there is an option to recycling the plastic waste, recycling this plastic waste in different applications. That is there. That research data is dictating that only 9% plastic is recycling now, because there is a many roadblock is there, barrier. I mean, which type of application is needed, what type of composition is there in the waste plastic, that is the matter of examination, I mean experiment. First we have to see the what composition is there. Anywhere we cannot use, because plastic is a toxic material. So that's what, based on the composition, we can choose the level of application or place of application. Accordingly, we can apply the material. That's what only 9% plastic is recycling as on date in the globe. Because immediately we cannot recycling this material because it is a harmful, maybe triple harmful in the environment. So that's what this is the thing. So first of all, to develop the process or develop the recycling technology is the significant things in this aspect. And another aspect, alternate way is develop the biomaterial, green material to replace the plastic materials. That is the solution. But scientists are doing these things, and it is in futures it is available in the markets.
All right, all right.
Like Sahu sir has told that paper material like that. Sahu sir has told paper material, paper things, packaging, etc. That is actually biomaterial, green materials. That is required to replace the plastic things, so that we can get it from the plastic waste and problems.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Prof. I think that is a kind of a business gap that Mr. Shehu can key into. Prof said that we have available materials that are very, very quick to solve the problem. I think we can search for that. Then you can begin to see how such can be facilitated to Nigerian market. Yes, Mr. Adewumi, can we have your comment or remarks or contribution? This is Takunda. Can you on your camera? Why we take the wrap up remarks from Mr. Shield.
Yeah. Yes, good afternoon, everyone.
Welcome.
Yes, can you get me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes. You can hear me. Okay. Okay, I'm calling from Uganda, and I'm doing most of the projects in communities, and we have a mix of women, we have youth, then we also have the disabled, and these people have different problems. We have different problems, and good chance how our government has at least laid some strategies on how they can improve these people's daily lives and their activities and other things. However, we have a great challenge, and this great challenge rotates around the information. Most of the Ugandans don't make research. And people, take an example like the disabled, they have projects, they have everything, but they don't have any backup on how they can solve their problems. And because of all this, some communities have been harmonized to see how we can get out of such a problems like poverty, problems like unemployment, people don't know their rights, becoming an issue in our country. And our group is thinking of how can we harmonize all these things so that we can come up with something better. So we are carrying out an advocacy for collaboration, for networking, collaboration, so that we can solve these community problems that are killing people. And at least I've registered over like 3 proposals from different people from universities. One university is Major University, another one is from Kumba University, then another project is from Victoria University. And the good chance, some of these universities are collaborating with government universities, but with government universities, there is still a problem of their own policies, which we are also trying to look into so that we can see how we can help our communities. Yes, then secondly, the government has managed to fund communities. Initially, the government was passing through ministries, through governments, but all those things didn't work because of the devil around most of our countries, that is corruption. And it has developed what we call parish development model. So this parish development model, they are using a strategy of using circles. So it's encouraging people to formulate circles within their societies so that the government can give them funds to extend their small businesses. However, this funding that is given, it's borrowed money and you have to return these funds. And unfortunately, most of these groups that are taking money, they don't have enough training. They are taking the money, but they are not trained at all. And they are misusing money. And by the way, some of them have been imprisoned. So, as researchers, we need to help these people because most of them have left their homes. Some have sold their cows, they have run away from their counties, they are there stranded because the government is looking for them. So the problem that is lacking is training about financial literacy. We are giving you money. You are not rejecting the money, you're taking the money, but you don't know how to use the money. And at the end of the day, this money is misused. So we have a lot to do. And if this collaboration is really, and I'm very happy I introduced this thing to my colleagues, and they were very happy to say, you people, please connect us, these people, please connect us. I said, these people are doing a lot of work, and for them, they are ahead of us. So if you could come, we can do something. Yes. So with that overview, we are very ready, and anytime I'll be sending these proposals in your disposal so that you can guide us, you can collaborate with us, you can come to our country. Our country is very rich in terms of climate. We are very rich in climate. We have natural water. So you'll be so glad to meet you.
This is Kakunda. Thank you so much. I think, Professor Vishnu, you can follow what Mrs. Kakunda is trying to say. And well, thank you so much. Like I said, when you are free, we are going to take your presentation proper. We are just trying to wrap up for today, and we have seen from the perspective where you are also coming up. Of course, the resources that are available on the SLSP is more than what we can say that any platform cannot benefit from. Whenever you are ready, let us discuss about around it and also discuss with the stakeholders that are going to come up and that are interested in it. Yes, thank you so much. Yeah.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Good day, everyone.
Okay.
I've been keenly listening to all of the presentations, and they are marvelous. I can see and to let you know that this is a very, very good platform for us to improve in our community. So I would want to especially thank you for bringing this together. I really don't have much to say for now. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And also, let's take the final closing remarks from our guest speakers for today. I think Sakapi, maybe he has lost the signal or maybe he has another engagement. Let's take the final remarks from Professor Vishnu. Professor Vishnu. Yes, the final remarks for today. Your mic.
I express my sincere thanks and gratitude to Dr. Adibashi sir, Dr. Sehu Adie sir, and thanks, sir, Jemu Adishini, Kakunda, Newman, and all respected guests, respected speaker, and all respected scholars, ladies and gentlemen. It is a very nice presentation the guest has presented today. We have learned many things from the speakers. Sehu sir, Kapil sir, discussions. We have learned many things, and it is a really a sustainable solution we will is available from this exploration or from the discussions. So if we disseminating all those things, then we come up a good solutions from the society, in the society, because society will have a different issues, different problems exist in the society. So our visions, our motivation can provide the solution to the society in different way. Like Sehu Adia sir has developed a startup, innovative solutions he is providing. Kapil sir also providing a solution in respect to drone, and other speakers also providing a good solution. So with this brainstorming session and disseminating all these valuable suggestions, we can come up with a suitable solution for the society, leading to the sustainable development. So I again express my sincere thanks and gratitude to Dr. Adivasi sir, who has taken great initiatives, and at the same time, esteemed speaker, Sehu sir, Frank, Simagri sir, Jemu sir, Addition sir, and Kakunda Namu sir. All I express my sincere thanks and gratitude to explore their views, exchange their views. It is a good knowledge platform, and hope we come up with a good solution for the society. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And I want all of us to put our hands together for Professor Vishnu, because for this month of February, he has not missed any of our session. He was there since we started this February, and it's today that we are wrapping up. Thank you so much, sir. And we look forward to more engagement with your solutions so that we can actually shape how we are going to implement most of them and replicate most of them. Yes, Miss. And how has been the seminar? I hope the students perform very well. Are you still at the seminar?
Yes, please, I'm still there.
All right. Well done, man. Yes, Mr. Shehu, let us have your closing remark.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Said. I want to sincerely appreciate you and our esteemed Professor Vishnu and Sakapi. This is a great platform and a great solution to the society that you've brought for us. And I believe I am pledging that I will be a serious participant of this project. We are sharing the same view, and we all together can, time to time, brainstorm on which solutions we can bring for our society. Whatever value we can add while we are here, let's contribute our own quota, and I believe the future will be a good place for our coming generation to live on. I appreciate everybody on this platform, both the participants and the speakers. God bless you all.
Thank you so much. And I will call on Mr. Frank to appreciate our guests for today, and also we can close the session.
All right. Thank you so much, Doctor. I would like to thank Dr. Bishun and Mr. Kapi, Mr. Shehe. Thank you for your time. We really appreciated your time. If you will give us your time, that is good. May God bless you. And another thing, I want to thank Dr. Sahed. Dr. People are appreciating whenever I'm trying to save these videos that we are working on. People are like, wow, this is a real initiative. And they're asking me how to join, and we are in that process. I'm telling them that just be waiting a bit. I will let you know what are the process to join. How will you be able to connect? I don't just make them join. I first take them through the processes. Thank you so much. I really appreciate.
Yes, thank you so much, and I really appreciate you. And we are promising you that we are upscaling, because last month we upscaled to this level. We are upscaling to another level in the month of March, and also we are going to be in contact. And we even have the solution platform now, where we have all our scholars and all our leaders that have brought solutions forward. So, and that is where we are going to continue the conversation to actually look at what we can bring on board in the next level of the March sessions. So thank you so much. And I will say goodbye for now. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you so much.
Goodbye.
Thank
so
you.
much.
Goodbye. Goodbye, Professor. Goodbye, everybody.
Yeah, goodbye. Goodbye, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
Goodbye.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, goodbye.